AirPods. That's right, in case if you're wondering, I was a former Apple user. Even though I still use the iPhone 12 Pro Max, the AirPods is a pretty disappointing device for me. Because in my personal opinions, it sounds pretty good, but not for its price. The only reason why I held on to a pair of AirPods is primarily because I used to have issues having earbuds in my ear. So if you know these kinds of in-ear earphones that we all currently know and actively use, I have severe issues getting either of them into my teeny tiny ear canal that would just make these earphones slip out, which is pretty fucking sad for me. And lucky for me, a pair of AirPods still has these classic designs that are not in-ear, which is also why I picked up a pair of AirPods 3rd gen instead of the AirPods Pro 2. Now recently, I ran into a problem. The AirPods are crackling. The AirPods make a crackling noise, and I don't know where it came from. All I know is that whenever I play some bassy noises, it starts making serious level crackling noises. And since I'm already using my iPhone as my tracking camera, there are no other better device that I can use to illustrate this problem. Look who's back. Now if you have seen my previous AOSP video, you would know that I announced that I'm going to daily drive CR Droid as my primary firmware. And ever since then, I've started doing a lot of tweaking to suit a certain theme. That's right, it's Ruby Rose from Ruby. Now you may be wondering to yourself, why the hell am I using an Android phone to illustrate the problem? The truth of the matter is, I don't give a damn. Or more accurately, I do not have any other Apple devices. So to solve this problem, I've got an AirPods companion app, and thanks to our great sponsor at Darken Development for making my content creation possible. If you have heard of my sponsors for the past 2 videos, particularly the skirt video and the AOSP video, then you will know that Estimate SE is a great junk cleaner. Now this time, I like to have a little plot twist. Since we're talking about the AirPods, I'm gonna promote his other app, Carpod, instead. So Carpod is basically Darken's AirPods companion that you can use alongside your AirPods. Though because of Apple's limitation, you can't really do much, but let's be real. Whatever this app can't do, other apps can't do. So this means the Carpod app is one of the best AirPods companion that I've ever seen. Now let's just start illustrating this idea real quick. So I've opened up the lid and immediately it should show up on screen. Hey, there we go. We got the battery information, we got all that stuff. There are times where things get a little bit funny, but that's fine. As long as you can see your own, where you can see the left pod and the right pod are fully charged and the case is 60%. Well, this number 60% is not necessarily accurate, because on my iPhone it says 69%. That's primarily because Apple has done a couple of tomfoolery that restricts data that can be seen by other devices that are outside of Apple devices. So basically, anything non-Apple would end up seeing other stuff, or just false numbers, such as the battery info being one of them. So I'm sorry fellow Android fans, there's nothing much you can do about this. This affects everyone. Now getting straight back to the point, let's take out one of the pods. We got the right pod out, and we're gonna play a particularly bass heavy audio. As we play out this horrendously bass heavy audio, you're going to be able to hear ridiculous sounds coming out of this thing, and I'm going to put it near the microphone. You can clearly tell this is not the intended effect. Isn't it ridiculous? Right, so today's video is going to be, we're gonna crack it open and find out what's wrong with these pairs of AirPods. Oh, did I mention? This problem shows on the other side as well. So we're probably going to crack the other side open as well. Right, with that said, we're gonna shut off this device as usual. I'm gonna move it away, get it out of sight because we don't need it at the moment. Enter your little companion, iFixit Toolkit. That's right, I've been a proud owner of the iFixit Toolkit for a while now, and when I said a while, I mean like many years actually. So I figured, let's put it to good use and see if we can dismantle at least one side of the AirPods and figure out what went wrong. Because I hear pretty much exactly the same issue from both sides. So I assume this issue is going to be, if it happens on one side, it should show up the same on the other side as well. Now, I may be no expert at opening up electronics, but I have done some bits of research, and you're going to need a spudger tool and a pry tool of some sort. And when things get really difficult, you're going to need some tweezers. I highly recommend plastic tweezers if possible, but the iFixit Pro Tech Toolkit only includes these sets for me. I mean, there are more, but these are the ones that I can work with so far. So I'm going to try to pry it open. So according to the guides that I see online, many of which needed you to have a vise or a knife tool. However, in the middle of some nights, I woke up and I realized something hectically ridiculous. If you have shear muscles and you squeeze from the bottom and the top, you would notice that there is an opening in the middle. Something that the knife tool should have gone into, but for some reason mine was cracked open. So we're gonna try to pry by shear force by pressing on it and get the spudger tool in there. Oh, did you see that opening? Did you see that opening? Did you see it open for a brief second? Did you see that? What the fuck? Holy fucking shit, this is nerve-wracking. We cracked open the AirPods. Let's see what's inside of it. So according to a guide, it says to be extremely careful because there are ribbon cables that are nestled inside. So we're gonna go in with extreme caution. I don't think the direction matters, I think. As long as you manage to pull it open. Oh, there we go. We got it open. And then you can see like there's a Z-line ribbon cable like that. So when you pull it open, try not to pull it all the way because you can see that this cable is hyper fragile. Really, really fragile. So I'm gonna start assuming things. Presumably right here is the battery and over this side is the driver. So that means if we want to figure out what's wrong with the audio, we're gonna need to get into the front of the driver, which is right here. So what we need to do is, presumably from the side of it, I can see some glue-looking paste around this thing. So presumably we'll have to cut through it or pull it out in some shape or form. With extreme caution, I'm probably going to resort to using one of the angle tweezers to try pull out presumably any of the glue points. Holy crap, it's really, really hard to work with on a pair of gloves. Let alone working barehanded, holy. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong side. Oh wait, I see some sort of opening. If you can see, somewhere around the opposite of where the driver is coming out from, like back here at the back, there is like a little tiny slit that seems like you can kind of pry into without hurting the thing. So I'm probably going to get this plastic pry tool to see if I can get into it first. I can't really guarantee success, but I think we could be able to get some infos out of it. Okay, this thing is a bit too thick. We probably need to get a thinner tool like these tweezers. Now, working with electronics like these are really fragile and they tend to break off really easily. So please, 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 if you don't know what you're doing, please do not attempt this. Take it to a professional and have them do it instead. Even if they charge you like crazy, it's often worth it if it's really complex. Oh, I think I got it in. I think I pried it. Oh, wedge it, not too hard, just enough to stick it up. Oh, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. Oh, it's going up. Look at this. Oh, there we go. It's coming up. You seen this? Right. So there should be, according to the guide, another ribbon cable that's for the skin detection sensor. Oh, I found it. It's along on the same side where it went in. Where that ribbon cable went in, it's on the same side coming out that way. Look at that! What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this dystopian shit? Look at this blue stuff right here. What the fuck? I think a dye just fucking melted or something. Jesus fucking. Okay. Right. Let's continue our diagnosis. There is a piece of foam thingy looking inside here. That's what audio people call it, the filter, which is kind of like it blocks objects from entering the thing but still allows sound through. You can kind of see it's really, really thin here. Let's get the AirPods case to compare. It's really, really thin, and as you can see, it's kind of chock full of solid looking thingamajigs. Presumably it might be my earwax, I gotta be honest. I mean, I've used it for 4 years now, but I honestly think it could last way longer. At least we know that the filter is doing its job, so great props to that. We're gonna put this aside, and we're gonna investigate right into the root cause. Presumably the audio driver. And from what I can see, this is clearly not natural. So what happened is, usually speaker drivers are completely covered from all around. But as you can see, the main driver in the middle looks intact. But if you look outside, you see that there's supposed to be a ring around it. Yeah, on this curve right here, it does not exist anymore, it seems. So what happened is that presumably the crackling noises we've been hearing so far has been that the main frequency has been flapping along, but because of that, the vibration is passing through these openings, which causes no audio, but at the same time it causes these things to flap so much that it makes funny crackling noises. Let's try playing that same audio from earlier and see if that's the case. Let's have a look at the driver itself when that happens. Oh yeah, did you see that? The coils came out too. Everything's coming out. It's completely out of whack. If I try to press it down to where it's supposed to be, it's flapping in its space. And you can hear that this is exactly what's making the crackling noises. So that means, in conclusion, what happened is that the diaphragm of the speaker driver has completely cracked open, that renders it completely useless. Though not to worry, if I do have the money, I'm planning to pick up some replacement audio drivers from AliExpress. It may not be as reliable, but I think it would be the best for me, especially after I've been using it for a long time. Not to mention, if you actually look at the service fee for the Apple service centers, they usually cost, if you had to repair both sides, almost the cost of a brand new unit. Isn't that fucking insane? That I just bought this device for so much money, and to replace a speaker driver, that it's going to cost me a brand new unit. I could have just bought a fucking new pair of AirPods instead then. So that point of time, with my money really tight, when I say really tight, I mean like genuinely broke tight, I went out of my way and do some research in the audiophile space. And with my extremely tight money and a sub $25 goal, I picked up a pair of Moondrop Space Travel. Honestly, the Moondrop Space Travel is a really nifty pair of earphones, albeit the mic being really bad, but they sound really good. They're also my entry point for in-ears, because they have this body that clings into my ears, similar to how the original AirPods do. And then you got a bit of silicone in-ears, which could train my ear canals to get used to the in-ears. So this may be a great entry point for in-ears for me. Not to mention, I've done a lot of research, and people have said that the Moondrop Space Travel is the budget king of its price range. So after a whole month of using, I honestly am really impressed by its audio quality for that kind of price range. I've saved myself 8 fucking times the price of the AirPods unit itself, and I got this. Isn't that fucking insane? Yeah, I honestly do think so as well. I'll probably open up the left side pair of the AirPods off camera, and I'll tell you the results on screen right here if I actually do have opened it up and see. But yeah, honestly, I'm really fucking disgusted by what Apple has done so far. Apple, you really need to make your AirPods genuinely repairable for your own service center people. I don't care if you don't make it repairable for third parties. Make it repairable for your own people as well, idiots. Right, with that said, thank you so much for watching this little vlog of me yapping away about my pair of AirPods that I have and regret buying. And be sure to subscribe for more tech videos, and probably a series of gaming videos if you're interested in those. Do let me know what you want to see from me in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys next time. I'm so sorry for that really short video, but I'm really EP. But I still really want to get through this video, because I really want to get people to know what's been going on with my set of electronics, and let my voices heard. So thank you guys so much for watching. Otsumero deshita. Catch you next time. Oh, also don't forget to check out my buddy at CarPod as well, on top of Estimate SE, which is what he initially sponsored me for. CarPod is a really neat piece of app, and I highly recommend you check it out if you use AirPods on Android. With that said, catch you guys next time. See ya! 어쩌면